down and go for Hopper instead of Quartermaster. So let's see, we have a game on our hands. Deadbones is going to go for the boar. I expect ChipFromSpace to do the same. Well, then they talk to me about these picks.
Well, Deadbones is playing a similar build as he's done throughout what we've seen so far. And ChipFromSpace is actually going for a fox instead of boar. Being the first player we've seen today doing the boar rush, does he know the secret tech to beat it?
Interesting. We'll see if ChipFromSpace actually knows the secret to his own strategy. And as we load into this map, we do have some fairly close spawns. We have Deadbones as a Hopper for once in the west of the map, whereas ChipFromSpace is in the southeast as Quartermaster, so in green. And we'll see if Deadbones can capitalize on this map again by going early lizards. But there is only one entrance.
Yeah, I'm not liking Deadbones' spawn position in the west here. Definitely not great options for expansion. There's the one base that's surrounded by almost all water, just to the northeast of his own, but no easy naturals for him, whereas ChipFromSpace has a nice high ground expansion and pretty much the pick of the litter of the 4 bases on the right side of the map.
Of the maps we've seen today, this is certainly the most uneven. However, I wouldn't go as far to say it's like unconquerably high or steep, just because of where I'd expect Deadbones to expand, whether it be the island or somewhere else. He does have the ability to defend it, whereas some very unfair maps you can't even defend your next closest base.
Yeah, I would agree. The map is fairly even. There's a slight edge for Chip, but Deadbones is not completely locked out from expansions. You can get the one all the way in the north, and it's going to be pretty safe from any attack. And you can just burrow to it to get farms if it wants to. It's something we've seen Deadbones do in the past, so we'll see how this plays out. ChipFromSpace is going to go for his landmine in a very nice spot, where he tries to get some squirrels up. He's going to go up to 9 squirrels, whereas Deadbones is getting 9 lizards. And Chip is his landmine got taken out, I believe.
Alright, Deadbones going up to those 9 lizards, has some squirrels coming on the way. Chip going for those toads is going to do pretty well against those lizards. There have been a couple of changes, both forthcoming and in the past few patches. We'll see how that affects those. Those landmines, what do you think about those landmine placements? It's kind of strange. It's not really in the way of most of the units that would be traveling by.
Yeah, I don't like this particular landmine position. I think maybe ChipFromSpace wants to, if he places his lizards in that little high ground corner, then his squirrels, I mean, then they're going to be pretty safe because you can't get to that position, but Deadbones can also just run around it, so he doesn't have to engage. And Deadbones is going to get a boar up. It looks like. I'm trying to find where the boar is. Okay, it's all the way in the back of his base. Whereas Chip is getting a fox, and looking at the timing, these are actually pretty close. So we'll see if ChipFromSpace has actually figured out this this boar rush strategy.
In boar versus fox, who do you think has the advantage there?
As time goes on, the fox will definitely win out, but the boar has a lot of health, so he can sort of shrug off the first couple of fox hits, especially if Deadbones adds in pigeons here. But the timing, for once, is actually good on the fox here, because in the previous games where in Sanitarium, CJ Ross was trying to get the fox against the boar, he was just getting it too late, and it never got up in time.
I think the big thing to look for in a fox versus boar is the positioning of where the fight takes place. If it's because the boar, of course, does AoE damage, whereas the fox is not. So the fox will want a large open field to fight, whereas the boar's near the warrens.
The player with the fox to put on the pressure, and ChipFromSpace is going to do exactly that. Deadbones' army is a little bit vulnerable. He has a machine gun nest, but it's not quite protected yet. So Chip can just keep poking with his fox, and now Deadbones does have his boar, so it's going to come forward with the boar. Boar takes 1 fox shot. He's going to lay down his fire on the tier 1 units. The fox is trying to hit the boar, but he's having some trouble hitting it because there's so many pigeons. But ChipFromSpace's army is actually still alive, whereas most of Deadbones' tier 1 is dead. The boar is gonna go down, whereas ChipFromSpace still has some tier 1. He has a fox alive with pigeon support. There's one machine gun that's just gonna delay his push, but this is a big win for Chip.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at those army value graphs, Chip is coming out way ahead. Both players had about the same army value coming in.
Deadbones has to sell the machine gun nest to pay for units, which is going to allow Chip to just push forward, clean up these warrens, but keep in mind that Deadbones does have a far base all the way in the east side of the map, as somewhat expected, I suppose. But Chip can just push forward here. He picks up a farm right there, very nice. There is a machine gun nest to delay him, but Deadbones has 6 lizards, 2 squirrels that don't have a home, and a board that isn't finished yet, so Chip has a huge timing here. Look at that squirrel just tanking the machine gun nest because he has 2 pigeons to support it, and Chip is just going to roll on through. Deadbones' boar is finished, but Chip, I think, has more than enough units to just... Okay, he's going to back off a little bit, wants to play it safe, but this fox can just poke away at the boar forever, and Deadbones is on 3 farms, Chip is on 4. Chip is just gonna... He needs one more shot to kill this boar. There it goes down, and now Deadbones, what does he have? He has nothing, so ChipFromSpace winning game 1 against Deadbones, showing that he knows how to deal with his own strategy. Was a very nice game from him.
That was intense. Definitely that Fox micro from ChipFromSpace. Taking out that boar, the boar did a lot of damage, but having that fox chipping away at the boar specifically and not getting caught up with the tier 1 wall in front of that boar, and then taking it out at the last minute. If Deadbones was able to hold off that assault, that eastern base might have been able to help him out, but Chip definitely with the stronger timing attack there.
Yeah, ChipFromSpace, first of all, getting the mind games right, that Deadbones would go for the boar rush, and then just having the fox, he was ready, he knew how to deal with it, so very impressed with his play, and then keeping most of his tier 1 alive until most of Deadbones' army was dead, and if it's just a boar, then the fox can just run it down. Very, very nicely played. So let's see if the players switch it up. The first 3 units are exactly the same, and Chip is going to go for the fox again. And we'll see if Deadbones switches it up. He's going to go for a badger, it looks like. So for a patch that a lot of players call simply spam tier 1, I'm seeing some quite diverse strategies against from these players.
Yeah, we know in the upcoming patch, which will hopefully be released on Monday, tier 2 is getting a huge buff, and we'll see if that affects tier 1 play as much as the developers are hoping. ChipFromSpace going with these mines again. They didn't really help him last time. How do you think his mine play has to change in order to get more done?
I think he gets just the right amount for Deadbones to worry about them, but he doesn't get too many mines in that they lose too much value. I think it's fine to have like 2 or 3 mines out on the map that don't really do anything, as long as your opponent is aware that you have mines and is sort of a little bit scared. Deadbones did opt to not take the badger and instead go for the boar again. So it's close to a rematch, and so we have a game 2 in the series between ChipFromSpace and Deadbones. Chip is up 1-0 in a best of 5. Chip in the south of the map in green, and Deadbones has red for once in the east. My directions are always bad, but it's fine. Talk to me about this map, Captain.
All right, I'm seeing lots of bases spread out all over the map here. Deadbones, again, has not great options for expansion. He can go to the north. He's got a couple, maybe 3 bases that are nicely protected because of that lake to the west. But ChipFromSpace, again, has a nice, easy, natural expansion off to the side. I guess Deadbones can take this base that's just to the south.
Hold up.
Of the zone.
We have a 5-farm boar.
Oh, no.
A 6-farm boar. This brings me back to when tier 3 was originally buffed, and what people would do is go 5-farm badger.
Right.
So Deadbones, he's gonna try it.
Chip has not spotted this yet. We'll
but
see.
He also has units, so this boar is gonna be quite late because Deadbones, he's building some barbed wire, and he sold a farm in order to get his boar up. But it's still... Chip is going to have... Oh, okay, never mind. Chip had tier 1. Decides to switch to snakes. So Chip did scout the boar. Okay, so he knows that there is a tier 3 rush. And with... Yeah, I think this is the correct play from Chip, because 6 pigeons and 2 snakes will just out-heal the boar.
Chip does not have any melee troops. He has nothing to take down barbed wire right now.
This is also true.
I'm not sure if Deadbones knows, because he can't see the unit tech. But if Deadbones just filled the entire map with barbed wire, Chip would be at a loss as to what to do, because toads can't hit them anymore, and I don't believe snakes can hit barbed wire.
No.
Unless that was a bug.
Chip would have to go all the way to the left of the map, and he can't really do that. So this is going to be interesting. Chip has the economy lead because he did go up to 8 farms earlier. Deadbones has a single boar of pigeons, but he's not pushing because A, there's landmines, which will obliterate the boar's health, and there's snakes. So it looks like Chip is just going to go through the barbed wire and be like, hey, I have pigeons. Come at me. So here we go. Boar is coming in. It is laying down fire on these units, and it's going to be, can the pigeons out-heal the boar fire? Looks like they can't, whereas the pigeons from Deadbones are out-healing the snake damage. But no, the poison is ticking, and this one squirrel DPS is actually going to tick down the boar. Not quite, because... Oh my god, the boar survives on 1 HP. Chip took down a warren, but the one... We witnessed a single squirrel survive in an onslaught of fire because pigeon heals can stack.
Get that squirrel a medal. I think that was 4 pigeons healing 1 squirrel and 2 pigeons healing 1 boar, and the boar still couldn't out DPS.
Yeah, because there were a couple of poison stacks on the boar, which almost did it. Deadbones pulling back just in time. So where do we go from here? Chip looking to get an expansion. It's going to add in some extra pigeons. This is a crazy game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Even if he manages to... Because snakes stack now, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes, snake poison stacks and pigeon heal stacks. So there's some interesting math there.
Yeah, if Chip can manage to tag that boar with enough poison...
Which nearly happened that game.
Per second, yeah.
Nearly happened. So it looks like Chip is ready to go again. He doesn't really care about the barbed wire. He has 9 pigeons. So he can just push through if he wants to. Alright, he's not going to do it. Deadbones can't take this base because it's too close and there is high ground vision. Chip is going to pull ahead in economy just a little bit. This might come down to Chip getting his fox out if he wants to. Because Deadbones isn't getting any farms on his second base. And Deadbones is just... He sold a few pigeons, looks like. Or he lost a warren and only replaced 1, so he's just getting some squirrels, and Chip, just getting some farms, and Deadbones is going to get some farms as well, so somehow the game looks fairly normal all of a sudden.
Yeah, Chip is a little bit in trouble. He is bringing his army around the outside. We'll see if he manages to hold this high ground from now on. So he's gone around that barbed wire, but if he doesn't manage to break out, then Deadbones will have him hold. Yeah.
Deadbones, be very careful. Oh, but he's going to pop them one at a time. He's going to pop them one at a time and heal up the boar. But Chip is ready. Oh no, Chip is going to pull back. Oh.
I think this is a mistake, honestly, from Chip.
Yeah, I think Chip could secure the high ground in the middle of the map and go from there, because I think he has a stronger army with this many pigeons. Alright, so here we go. Chip is coming in. The snakes are going to get healed. Deadbones' squirrel count is dropping, but so is ChipFromSpace, so it's just going to be snakes against boar, it looks like. And there are 22 poison stacks on this boar, which is eventually going to bring it down, but looks like ChipFromSpace's army is going to get cleaned up as well. Who wins that? I have no idea.
Deadbones on 11 farms, ChipFromSpace on 8.
Deadbones is going to get the boar coming up again, so that's good for him. But at the same time, Chip does have his army replenished as well.
Yeah, Deadbones fully fleshed out that expansion in the north there, and definitely came out on top in that last engagement. Looking at that army value graph, Deadbones started out with less, but that boar taking out so many units all at once, the pigeons didn't know what to heal. So while ChipFromSpace dropping low, he is back on top in terms of army value. Deadbones leveling out.
Yeah, because Deadbones has to wait for his boar to come out before he catches up in army value. Now, Chip is just gonna push with his barbed wire, loses 2 squirrels to it, 3. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna try and push before the boar comes out. He's gonna be in time. He's gonna lose 1 snake, 2 snakes, so Chip's snakes are actually down, and Deadbones is gonna be able to clean this up with just squirrels, and then he gets a boar out. So, Chip is in a bit of trouble right here. Now, I don't know if Deadbones know that there's more mines here. Yeah, he's gonna try and tank it with the boar, but 1, 2, the boar is on 2 HP, the boar gets taken out, so the mines from Chip doing their job. Very nice minefield, but does he have enough army to defend this? Deadbones has a lot of squirrels and pigeons, so Chip is gonna lose a bunch of warrens, he's gonna lose his expansion. Chip does not have tier 2 up right now, and I think Deadbones just has too many units.
Main of ChipFromSpace going down in the last bastion of defense, sitting the squirrels in among those warrens. The warrens tanking a little bit of damage.
Doing what he can. Deadbones' pigeons are mostly dead, so maybe this is enough. He has a bunch of landmines, but he's losing all his warrens, so if he runs into his landmines, okay, maybe. Deadbones has to edge a little bit forward, but I don't think it's going to be enough, because Chip just lost all of his warrens, and they're the landmines! But these pigeons are going to keep the squirrels alive, and Chip is just going to slowly lose his farms here, I think, because with this many pigeons... What a game.
Yeah, Chip was down to no units at the end there. Score is now 1-1.
And I think you are right saying that the barbed wire definitely swung the game in Deadbones' favor then, because it delayed. It just delayed Chip so much.
Yeah, definitely a mistake from ChipFromSpace, a newer player, but definitely is able to hold his own against some other players. I can assure you he's not going to make that mistake again. You only make that mistake once, and then you take melee forever.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, the barbed wire is not something you always expect. Well, that was... I did not expect the game to go like that when we saw the opening. Deadbones going for 5-farm boar, and then... Yeah, it ends 7.5 minutes later with 3 squirrels and 3 pigeons taking out an infinite amount of pigs. What a game. That was great. So that ties up the series. It's best of 5, so we have 1-1 between Chip and Deadbones. And let's see how it goes again. Chip doesn't want to believe in the boar anymore. It's going to go Fox again.
We'll see. Otherwise, unit composition is the same so far from Chip. Deadbones taking lizards now. Instead of, I think he had toads last time. Oh, no, the barbed wire. Yeah.
Yeah, he had barbed wire. And Chip is not taking melee again, so maybe he doesn't believe that Deadbones is going to go for barbed wire again. And he didn't, so maybe that's a good read. So we have Deadbones in the west in red, and Chip in the northeast of the map in green. And for once, I want to say this map is favoring ChipFromSpace a bit more heavily than we've seen maybe in previous maps.
I think yet again, Deadbones with not great expansion opportunities. One base in the middle of the map that he can expand to. Otherwise, he has to go, I guess, to the south is the best base for him to take from there. And ChipFromSpace again with the pick of the map.
South one is somewhat safe, I think. There's like a bit of a road that Chip could use if he scouts that there's a base there. But yeah, if Deadbones wants the second base, he will have to push into the middle of the map on the low ground, so that's a little bit scary to do. But we'll see. No 5-farm boar this time. No 5-farm fox either. Deadbones going 7-farm warren. Looks like Chip's going to go 8-farm. But Chip's base, although he has expansions, he has quite a few openings for lizards to come into, and Deadbones is going lizards with his first units.
And of course, lizards are very good on this patch. Going up to 3 to start with. ChipFromSpace going to respond with those squirrels. We'll see if he gets toads out in time. Deadbones is going to have his lizards out a little bit early, so we'll see what kind of damage he can do with those squirrels, or with those lizards out so early. Of course, lizards doing a little bit better against squirrels in the beginning of the game, but once the squirrels start to stack up in numbers, they can fire from behind their comrades.
Chip's positioning is probably good enough here. He's placing his units like on top of his warrens, and his warrens are protecting his pigs, so it's going to be really tricky for Deadbones to do any damage here. And Deadbones is not going to go for an early push. Instead, he's going to go for an early boar. So game timer hasn't hit 2 minutes yet, and the tier 3 warren is on its way. So let's see if Chip can respond in time. He has quite a bit of food, so he could go for the fox if he wants to.
Yeah, Chip has not spotted it yet. We'll see how long it takes him to figure out that something is amiss. There he goes, putting down the fox, though.
Yep, he placed the landmine, so his tier 3 was a little bit later, but with the walking distance, I think the fox should come out just about in time, depending on how scared Deadbones is of these landmines, which he does scout. So, Deadbones does know that there is a tier 3 on the way, whereas Chip does not currently, I do believe. Nope,
Yeah,
he does not, but yeah.
He went a little bit not far enough. He got caught up on that machine gun, which Deadbones has now gotten rid of in order to build that boar sooner. Boar is at about 1/4 health right now. Fox Warren just finished just now. He's starting to build.
Very nice timing from Chip. And again, both players supporting this with pigeons, and Deadbones does have the lizards to sort of pressure this fox a lot better, I think. And Chip currently doesn't have the toads to really deal with it, but he does have landmines. So Chip has a very nice line he can retreat to if he so desires, whereas Deadbones probably is going to try, and here he comes with his boar, has a bunch of pigeons, has a bunch of lizards, and I think he's just going to try and close out the game with this.
Yeah, Deadbones jumping way ahead in terms of army value, was behind, but with that boar out, Chip's going to be hard-pressed to match here. We'll see what these landmines do, though. One
Okay,
mine,
good damage, good damage. But the fox is out in time. So now this fox is going to start plinking away at the boar. The boar is going to fire away at the warren, so Chip is going to lose 2 warrens, it looks like. And now, can he take out this boar? He needs one more shot. He is going to take it out. Very nicely played from ChipFromSpace, and Deadbones maybe not respecting the micro from Chip there.
Yeah, Deadbones actually lost his commander briefly and lost control of his boar, left it out in front there. So mistake from Deadbones there, or good micro from Chip.
And Chip definitely showing that he knows how to micro, bringing his fox in the middle of his unit so he can't really get focused, and he gets healed up again. Deadbones' boar is on the way out again. Chip is adding on toads to support, to just deal with Deadbones' lizard army easily. Now it is 4 minutes and about 30 seconds. Deadbones looks like he wants to take a base here, which he does, and Chip has not expanded yet, instead opting to go for more fox pressure. Oh, this is nice. He's going to strike a couple of farms here. But Deadbones might have an opportunity if he was fast enough with these lizards, because he can cut off this fox, and this might be the end for the fox.
Oh no!
4 HP, so that's 2 shots that Deadbones could have had. Very close, and with pigeons, that fox is going to be full HP in no time. Deadbones are maybe a little bit too late on seeing and reacting to that. That was pretty insane.
All right, once again, Deadbones behind in army value. ChipFromSpace just plinking away with that fox there. Deadbones has put 3 farms in the south, so he's at 6 farms total to ChipFromSpace's 4, because Chip has just expanded right now. Let's see if Deadbones can take advantage of that economic advantage.
He's trying to get up some pigeons to maybe deal with this fox, but lost his commander again. So now Chip can take out these 2 pigs uncontested. He can't kill the farm that's under construction because it counts as a structure. But Deadbones, what is he going to do? He's going to look to cut off this fox. Oh, a Chip is going to go the wrong way. And, okay. Does react in time. Doesn't want to contest on the road there. Deadbones going to try and cut this off, but not going to make it in time. So Chip, with a very nice win there. Taking out Deadbones' economy that he was trying to build up. And now Chip is going to be ahead again.
Yeah, Deadbones must be furious right now, losing, not being able to take out that fox twice.
Chip has to be a little bit careful. Okay, again, 4 HP. Cutting it really close, but, you know, pigeons are pretty good. So, this fox has had a lot of value, and meanwhile, Deadbones is on 1 farm. And he doesn't really have any food to do anything.
Yeah, ChipFromSpace pretty far ahead in terms of army value here. He's got about 1/3 more, about half as much again more than Deadbones. Just in squirrels, it looks like. Deadbones does have a fair amount of lizards.
Going down to that base again, but he's not home to defend against this. But the landmines actually did a lot of work there, because Deadbones lost most of his lizards, and now the fox is just tearing away at Deadbones' army, and that is going to be ChipFromSpace taking game 3. And he's 1 game away from moving on to the grand finals to face Xeno. Deadbones is, yeah, it's not apparently the boar strategy is countered by the fox, and Chip is playing it perfectly.
Chip from Space with 2, Deadbones with 1 in this best of 5 set. How does Deadbones respond to this? I mean, he's got this boar strategy. He's tried it a couple different times, but that fox coming out is just thwarted him every time. Does he go back to normal play, or does he try a different timing with that boar?
Yeah, I think Chip might have gotten into his head with making sure that Deadbones plays the boar every time and then having the fox ready for it. So now Deadbones is going to change it up. Looks like he's going for a fox of his own. But we'll see if the tier 3 timings are going to be as early as we've seen in these other games. Deadbones reconsidering his final pick. It's going to be the barbed wire, and again, Chip doesn't have a way of dealing with it, so the barbed wire could be a pretty big deal. But here we go. We have Deadbones in red, sort of in the middle of the map, near the east in red, and Chip in green to the northwest. A hill separating the two, and then a lot of empty land.
I will eat my words. I said that's the kind of mistake you don't make twice, and this is the second time Chip from Space is going to make this mistake, not having any kind of melee to take out barbed wire. We'll see how it goes, though. Deadbones, for once, with the pick of the map in terms of expansions. 4 on his side of the map, Chip from Space. A nice safe base to expand to in the north, but other than that, he's going to have to fight his way onto that high ground, which Deadbones could take control of.
I will say that this map isn't the greatest for barbed wire. The other one where we saw it, there was one choke point and that was it, so barbed wire was really strong. But in this case, I think Deadbones is going to be fine. There's a landmine from Chip, pretty cheeky. It's going to get up because the pig isn't going to be done in time, so, there's a landmine there.
Alright, Deadbones with the 7 farm squirrel, Chip from Space with 8 farm landmine.
Yep.
I guess that counts as a strategy.
Yeah, it's a thing. He's watched Master Stealth.
Putting down those squirrels as his first unit. Putting down a second warren of squirrels there. Let's see how Deadbones responds here. Both players at 8 farms now.
Yep, so mine for a squirrel. It's whatever, both players lose 20 food. Okay, so Chip managed to sell that landmine just in time, so both players going for double squirrel. And Chip's gonna add in a third. Deadbones adding in a third, so we'll see where the game goes next. This high ground in the middle is gonna be the main battleground. And we'll see how both players want to deal with this. Deadbones going for the aggressive expansion here.
And there we go. He's got 5 squirrels on that high ground. A Chip from Space is 7 right now. Chip's unit's a little bit closer there. Let's see if Deadbones can use this to tank. Use this mill to tank a little bit. There we go. Squirrel taking some squirrel shots.
Yeah, Deadbones has the mill to tank res units, but Chip has the shorter reinforcement distance, so there's something to be said for both players. Chip's going for the earlier pigeons, whereas Deadbones is going to go for 12 squirrels first before adding pigeons. And we'll see where the game goes from here. Chip has a lot of food, and he is going to go for a fox again. So fox timing for Chip from Space, whereas Deadbones is try and get some barbed wire up, but Chip does deny it, with Deadbones having to sell it.
Yeah, Chip from Space a little bit ahead in terms of army value right now, but just barely.
Yeah, because of the mill, but then he's going to drop behind as the fox slowly builds up, and we'll see if Deadbones goes for his own fox. I think he is. There we go. But Chip does have the advantage on this timing. Very interesting match so far. Deadbones, cheeky, getting the single farm. I think it's a good play. Takes out a few landmines. Okay. So a very minor advantage for Deadbones here, but Chip's fox is on the way, whereas Deadbones' warren is only halfway done.
There we go. Chip from Space Fox about a quarter of the way done. Deadbones warren is about 3/4 of the way finished right now. How much damage can he do with this fox in the time that it comes out?
It's definitely going to deny the farming from Deadbones, so Deadbones is going to lose some food there. But then I don't think Chip is going to have quite enough time to completely shut out Deadbones before Deadbones gets his own fox. So then it's going to be whoever controls the fox better, I think.
All right, here we go. Chip from Space's fox is out on the field right now. Deadbones' fox is about halfway.
Yeah, Chip is not wasting any time. He knows that there's timings that he has to hit. And yeah, it's going to start picking away at his units. It's about 60 food gone so far. That's 80, and here we go. Deadbones doesn't really want to take the fight. If he takes it, it's going to be at the mill, but the mill is not going to live. With the mill going down for Deadbones, so his investment is not going to pay off, and Chip is going to try and barrel through, but Deadbones has his own Fox out right now. Although Chip has more units, Deadbones' Fox taking 1 hit, and Chip can just sit on this high ground, and yeah, Chip has control now.
Alright, are we seeing ChipFromSpace take the best of 5? We will see against Deadbones, and the Fox goes down.
But a snipe, there we go! The 360 no-scope, Deadbones slightly putting his Fox too far forward. And that's it. Deadbones is out. ChipFromSpace just